So good morning. When approached to design a new family home on this approximately 800 square metre site, our approach was to establish a series of material and design cues to create a response grounded by our client's identity, as well as providing instant permanence and belonging to this already well-established area. The site is located in Hawthorn, where the general impression of the housing in the area is known for its older period homes, which have an emphasis on craftsmanship and detail. Just bear with us for a moment, guys. We're scrolling backwards. Our turn for a technical issue here. And there we go, perfect. Yeah, so yes, in Hawthorn is where we are. So it's located opposite a large race park, and the site offers a unique opportunity for a highly visual building, an opportunity to engage in this public space. Our clients were of Indian heritage, and they wanted to subtly reference this in their home. So the concept was a distilled material exploration on how this cultural expression could also be translated into one which was uniquely Australian. This led to our exploration of a suitable series of reference materials for this unique identity. So the plans, they're generally straightforward. The front separate garage form on the left of the screen veils the larger house form behind. The ground floor of the main central building generally houses the living areas, a study and a guest room for overseas parents and family that regularly come to visit. Upstairs is where the bedrooms are. There's 2 kids' bedrooms and a bathroom, and the master bedroom itself. The master bedroom has also been designed with its own central courtyard to allow for private floor-to-ceiling glass. And to fully activate the basement and gym of this house and private living area, there's a light court providing light and landscaped views. Most importantly though, it's how the plan arrests your attention. It's about leaving the street behind with a series of cues from the front walkway and then along the reflection pond towards the oversized 2-storey curved brick column to the light court that separates the garage and main building house, that create this journey so that the time you reach the entry door, it actually conditions you. So our finalised resolution is very much a result of a simplified material exploration, just using the humble terracotta red brick, which is distinctly Australian, but by saturating its use in strong, simplified gestural forms, it takes on a richness and a tonal reference to that of the red Jaipur stone of India. It's identifiable by the strong 2-storey facade, and it doesn't shy away from exposing itself to the park beyond. Internally, the owners are veiled by the heft of a large circular column, concrete staircase, and general sense of sanctuary that the solid forms and heft of brickwork provide. Reduced to a tonally recessive palette, this project explores how the selection of materials can not only create an emotional connection with the client, but imbue a sense of time and instant permanence that further contributes to the character of the area through modern representations of craft and detail. This is a building constructed of old school construction techniques, where the solid construction allowed us the opportunity to expand on the detailing opportunities of this materiality. The dressed brickwork has been used to express the basic house forms, with attention paid to create large expanses of unbroken wall surfaces so that we can highlight the inherent beauty and primary finish of the material. We sourced an Australian-made soft terracotta tone brick, and it was rumbled for the project to provide a softer, almost worn appearance. We chose to lay the bricks in a random brick bomb pattern and tonally match the mortar, so that the result was less about expressing each individual brick, but creating a larger saturated expanse of soft patchwork. Controlled use of decorative laid bricks were also incorporated as a series of vertical soldier course parapets that add a subtle architectural rigour, you could say, as well as suggesting this sort of heft to the defined heads of the building. We also had custom-made curved bricks, which we used for the oversized circular columns. These 2-storey columns, they almost define the building's identity against the 2-storey glass facade. And in the rear, this column encapsulates an outdoor fireplace flue. To ensure nothing was left to chance, obviously, every course, junction set out, everything was gauged in detail. Where the brickwork creates these singular solid forms, a custom blend of off-white concrete had been used, and unconventionally, it's the concrete which is the lighter of the two materials. So it offers a bit of relief as well as an additional layer of recognisable structure within the building. To further limit the imprint of associating the building of any particular time or age, legacy materials that were time-honoured were used internally. We wanted to create a home that was grounded, yet it was strong, and consciously actually no white paint was used in this project. Every material selected had a value. The timber used is expressed in a cedar tone veneer, or it's used in the narrow white oak timber flooring. And scattered as distinct markers throughout the house are architectural concrete elements which add a rawness and primitive quality. These are expressed as a series of simplified forms, and this was used in the kitchen bench tops. You can see them in the vertical fireplace, the living room, the ribbon staircase that you just saw in the slide before, and these just continue up all throughout the building. Controlled use of brickwork has also been used internally to reinforce its purpose and delineate between the public and private areas. So it's used in the rear living room, and it's used in the almost civic-like quality of that stair foyer area in the entry. And where surfaces were painted, a sand finished material in a soft earthy clay tone was used to add a muted quality and play of light. And also to create a degree of intensity to the bathrooms, a singular granite and varying long and short tile bands were used with a contrasting mocha tone grout, which creates a rhythmic banding to the spaces. Basic core ESD principles for this house. There's a lot of basic passive principles that were integrated for a more considered approach. We've obviously got a thermal mass wall construction to this house. So there's the benefit of a single skin of solid construction, but we're also able to boost the R values by using dimensionally stable acoustic bulk insulation, as well as the use of an air cell style building wrap and roof sacking. So we actually created an insulated skin behind the brickwork itself.
1 minute remaining.
We've got fundamental passive sun shading techniques that were incorporated, where the concrete veranda structures act as extended eaves, reducing solar heat gain to the windows. And where required, we had sort of localized design openings to allow for controlled sunlight. In conjunction with the basic cross-flow ventilation throughout the house, which is a given, the centrally located aligned serre void acts as a thermal, sort of like a singular chimney effect, you could say, this Venturi effect that draws a cooler basement and ground floor temperatures towards the first floor, and they limit the use of reverse cycle air conditioning. The landscaped first floor and basement courtyards also provide the opportunity for passive evaporative cooling during the warmer months. So basically, yeah, this house, it typifies many of our buildings. It's strong, yet sits quietly within its landscape, and it's designed not only to be an expression of its materiality and permanence of being, but we feel that it's a unique celebration of our client's identity.